is underway. Hello, everybody. I'm Charlie Jones. I'm joined on the telecast by Jim Plunkett. Now, running backs is a key situation for the Oakland Raiders. What are they looking for?
Well, Charlie, the Raiders have a plethora of running backs. Incumbents Napoleon Kaufman, John Ritchie, along with Randy Jordan. In the offseason, they signed former number ones Rashawn Salam and Tyrone Wheatley, former number 2 pick Ray Zellers, former number 3 pick Zach Crockett. Group, they want somebody to emerge as a short yardage and goal line back, since they only rushed for 6 TDs a year ago. And number 2, they want somebody to help protect the quarterback, as they gave up 67 sacks a year ago.
And if you've ever asked what preseason is about, that is exactly what it is about. Artie Gigantino also joins us, and we'll see number 21 today.
Eric Allen makes his debut today. He did not play last week against the St. Louis Rams. What happened last year? He played the first 10 games, and the Raiders were 7-3. Great on defense. He goes out in the last 6 games, the Raiders go 1-5. It's great to have him back. Everyone on this team and in this organization is excited to have number 21 back.
And you're excited.
I'm always excited, Charlie. You know that.
That's right. Stay with us. So we've got a good one for you this afternoon, and we'll be back in just a moment with the opening kickoff.
Our eyes on his strong side linebacker, where James Folsom will be challenged by Travion Smith. One of these players, guys, need to make some big plays in order to emerge as a starter. Back to you, Charlie.
Michael Hustad is going to kick off with number 13, John Washington, and number 15, Marte Jenkins. The deep backs on the return for the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys winning the toss and electing to receive. As we talk about a picture-perfect afternoon, there's only one cloud in the sky.
This is why the real estate is so high in the state of California, guys, because of days like this.
And I tell you, 9 times out of 10, this is exactly the weather here at Networks Coliseum.
You know, what makes it even more beautiful is that's a later starting time at 3:30 instead of 1.
We can all sleep late.
Yes.
I like it. The Oakland Raiders defeated the Rams 18-17. And the Dallas Cowboys lost in their preseason opener to the Cleveland Browns. They lost in overtime. We'd like to welcome those of you in Los Angeles that are now joining us after watching Tiger Woods win the PGA Championship just by a stroke. And it was a great finish, an outstanding tournament, and great coverage, by the way. They did a super job on it today, as they did throughout the previous 3 days. And here we go. And it's taken to the 6-yard line by Marte Jenkins. Jenkins out across the 30 on the return to about the 31-yard line. Bobby Brooks makes the tackle for the Oakland Raiders. So now let's look at the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Here is Troy Aikman. Quinn will also see in the second quarter. We're not sure about Garrett and about Tukulik when they will play, but I'm sure before the afternoon is over, we will see all 4 quarterbacks for the Dallas Cowboys.
Sorry.
So Dallas at their own 31-yard line, first down. Aikman comes out throwing, and the first pass is complete as he goes to Ernie Mills.
And that's interesting. They go right after Charles Woodson, not hesitating to attack him, even though you know, he's had a good reputation. Had 5 interceptions last year.
Backs and receivers for the Cowboys.
And you know, Michael Irvin's still their go-to guy.
And their offensive line.
And Stepnowski, after a 4-year absence in Houston, has come back to the Cowboys, and they had a little trouble with their snaps a week ago against Cleveland, and that's something that Aikman and Stepnowski have to work on.
Second down and 4. Here's Emmett. He's going to be wrapped up immediately. Darrell Russell came over and covered him just like a cloak.
Darrell Russell had a big game against the Cowboys last year in preseason. He starts off tonight.
Raiders defensive line and linebacker.
Well, Greg Biekert is the leader of this defense. He did not miss one defensive play in the 1998 season. And obviously Eric Allen's back today, but let me give you this stat on Eric Allen. He did not allow one touchdown pass a year ago, and he picked off 5 passes in 10 games before he was left for the year with a knee injury.
3rd down and 5. Opening drive of the ball game. Aikman now in a shotgun. Has pressure, comes to the near side, and has the first down.
And this is the formation that Chan Gailey brought with him from Pittsburgh. 4 wide receivers, spread out the defense, and go to the open man. And here McGarity, who has a fine chance of making this ball club, has added an offensive punch to this Dallas Cowboy, who was really the last couple of years has not had a real deep threat.
Number 4 draft choice out of Texas, had a good ball game against Cleveland last week. And it's a first down for the Cowboys. First down of the ball game. Dallas in their own territory at their own 46-yard line. Aikman again to throw, goes to the far side. Eric Bjornsson, number 2 tight end for the Cowboys.
And Bjornsson is a guy, Charlie, from up here in Hayward. He went to Bishop O'Dowd High School, but you saw his 6'5" frame get up in the air that time and make the catch on an option route to the outside.
And he was a former quarterback, and Charlie, you know how talented, quarterbacks are.
They can do it all, those quarterbacks, right? Those ex-quarterbacks.
And they have great hands, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. A gain of 10 yards on the play. First down, 43-yard line of the Raiders. Back-to-back first downs for the Cowboys. Aikman looking right, comes back left. Everybody's covered. And is he going to throw it away? He is, and he can, because in rolling to his left, he was outside of the set of his offensive tackle, so you can then throw the ball away. Urban would have been the intended receiver. He was the closest one.
And once again, they're trying to attack Charles Woodson on this pass route. He was well covered. He sees Aikman get out of the pocket. Once again, the experience of experienced quarterback. He throws the ball away. It's only 2nd and 10.
Is he going after Woodson because it's a preseason game?
I think they want to see what he can do and what their receivers can do against him.
Because he is so good, they want to test the bet.
You bet.
Different than in a regular season game when you want to win. A flag comes flying in from the back judge. It covered about 20 yards on the play. The pass was complete to Hayward Clay.
That looked like pass interference by Richard Harvey, number 50. He was all over Clay when the ball was in the air. I think that's the right call. Obviously, we don't want to see the Raiders get penalized, but that was the correct call that time by the officials. Now you're going to see it here on the right side of our screen. Harvey's number 52, and big old Hayward Clay is number 83. You cannot touch the receiver when the football is in the air.
Number 83, 10 yards, 2nd down.
Oh, he called it on the offense.
Yes, he did.
So I was wrong.
Offensive pass interference.
Because it looked like Howard Clay came up, pushed off, turned around, and presented that separation between him and Harvey.
I guess I owe Harvey an apology next time I see him at camp.
Good job, Harvey.
Good job.
So it's 2nd down and 20. Mills and Irvin are the wide receivers. Aikman deep over the middle, and wide open is Hayward Clay. Did somebody blow an assignment? There was nobody in the neighborhood.
Well, it was a 2-deep zone coverage.
It's a complete pass.
And here's excellent protection, so he can throw that far down the field. And Hayward Clay goes right up the field, splits the seam between the 2 safeties, and that's the way you attack the 2-deep zone.
Right, it's the vertical passing game, and the linebacker, one of the inside linebackers, Greg Beekert, has got to turn and run up the seam with the tight end on that particular play.
And that's a tough job, buddy.
Very tough job.
And a gain of 29 yards. Here's Emmett Smith, big hole left side, fakes out, comes back inside. He'll ramble for about 9 yards on the play before Greg Beekert can make the tackle for the Oakland Raiders.
This resembles the first drive last week against St. Louis. Remember, we thought the Raider defense was a little bit back on its heels, and quite frankly, the Rams took soft over the middle, and quite frankly, the Rams took it to them. But right now, the Cowboys are moving the football really at will.
Well, what the Cowboys are doing is converting on 3rd down and long. They've had them in that situation times on this drive, and yet the Raiders doing a good job on early downs, but not being able to hold them when it counts.
Chris Warren now checks into the offensive set. And we have a timeout. So that'll stop the clock. We have 10:21. That is the time remaining. We're in the first quarter. We have no score. It's the opening drive of the Dallas Cowboys. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment. Impressive, but you always in the back of your mind begin to wonder after seeing these same names all the time. Are the offense aging?
Oh, I don't think so. Obviously, the trio of Aikman, Smith, and Irvin have been there a while, but I think that their statistics have not dropped off at all. They're still playing like they did 8 years ago.
And in this drive, Aikman is 4 of 5 for 56 yards. Emmett Smith, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Chris Warren came in, but during the timeout, Emmett came back in for him. Greg Biekert with the tackle for the.
This is something the Raiders do very well. Last year, they led the National Football League on defense in negative plays against the offense. You see some great penetration there by Darrell Russell, which forces the ball back inside to Greg Biekert. That's called good penetration by the defensive line and good cleanup by the great linebacker, Greg Biekert.
3rd down and 2. Ball at the 16-yard line. And here is Emmitt Smith, and he is cut down. He's going to about 4, and that should be enough. It was 3rd down and a couple. Yeah. Anthony Newman with the tackle.
And Charlie, on that play, the Raiders had 3 defensive linemen. They were in a pass defense with an extra back in there, and the Cowboys took advantage of it right away.
And you see the mobility on Eric Williams, number 79, perennial All-Pro, leading Emmett Thomas up inside. That's good scheme against the nickel defense.
1st down, 13-yard line. Again, opening drive, no. Aikman to throw. Has pressure. It is incomplete.
You know, Troy Aikman only got sacked 9 times in 1998, which is a tribute to 2 things. One, the great offensive line, but Jim, I think he's got a great ability to get rid of the ball quickly.
And also, he only had 5 interceptions all of 1998, so, you know, this is 11 years have really paid off for him. His experience, he knows what to do in clutch situations, and he knows not to hurt his offensive unit.
2nd down and 10. Aikman again. Dumps it over the middle, and it is incomplete. Richard Harvey with a defensive hit on Michael Irvin.
That's called defensive anticipation. Richard Harvey read the pattern. He knew it was coming. He didn't get too deep in his drop. It's a zone defense, and he just reacts up and meets Irvin coming across just at the right time. That's called 10 years of experience in this league and wonderful anticipation by a linebacker.
And also outstanding timing.
Yes.
Not to get there too soon.
Absolutely.
And I think he studied the game films.
In preseason?
You bet.
Aikman quickly drops it off to Emmitt Smith. Flag is down, and Emmett is down.
I believe this is going to be a hold against Larry Allen, number 73, outside on the screen. He grabbed Folsom when he was coming up, James Folsom, number 55, to make the tackle. You're going to see old Larry Allen now, big old guy from up at Sonoma State. Get outside. Now, you can't do that, Larry. That's illegal to grab and throw down to the ground. Great job by the officiating crew, but it's a great read by James Folsom.
That penalty is declined. 4th down. Kickball, kickball.
Field goal team is in. Richie Cunningham for the Cowboys. He has a career long of 54 yards. That was at Denver last year at Mile High.
Right here, man, on me, on me.
It'll be spotted at the 15 and attempt of 25 yards. Eric Bjornsson is the holder. Dale Hellestrade. is good from 25 yards away. And the Dallas Cowboys are on top by a score of 3-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in a moment.
Yeah, baby, Raiders, baby, number one.
Drive, which took some 6.5 minutes, have taken the lead by a score of 3-0. That's Randy Jordan, and he is joined by Calvin Branch. Branch, who can simply fly. He may be the fastest of all the Raiders, although they won't let anybody know.
They won't let anybody know.
Right.
James Jett and Kenny Shedder. One thing, Charlie, that's going on with the Raiders, they've got a bunch of guys that are vying for this kickoff return spots. Napoleon Kaufman and Tyrone Wheatley are two other names you're going to see back there sometime this preseason.
Toby Goen will kick it away for the Dallas Cowboys. And here's Randy Jordan. He'll return to around the 22-yard.
Hey, 4-6, knock it off.
And here's Rich Gannon. Gannon will be the starting quarterback. He'll play the first quarter. Barnes is second and part of the third, and then Dreisbach will come in and finish out the third and all of the fourth. They want to give Dreisbach a little more time today.
Yes, they do. They like what they saw last week against the Rams, and they're going to play him and showcase him a little bit more.
Well, the Oakland Raiders are on offense for the first time in the ballgame. And they open up with just a straight shot up the middle by Napoleon Kaufman. Now let's check out the backs and receivers for the Raiders.
And they're looking for a breakout year from Ricky Dudley. He had 12 less receptions a year ago, less yardage, and they think he's capable of much more than that. So they want to see him come up big.
Offensive line.
And Mo Collins is his second year, but he's being pushed already by rookie Matt Stitchcomb, the Raiders' first-round draft pick.
Second down. Here's the pitch to Kaufman. Cowboys stopping. They hit him right at the line of scrimmage. Let's check out now the defense of the Cowboys. That was Randall Godfrey on that last tackle.
Well, he's the guy we want to talk about because he's been an outside linebacker for 4 years. They've moved him to the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker. He's the fastest middle linebacker the Cowboys have ever had. In the secondary, George Teague is the free safety. He's come off a subpar year. He's a former #1 draft choice to Green Bay. He's produced this year for this Cowboy defense.
Rich Gannon, the quarterback. Third down and 6. Steps in the pocket. Has pressure. Steps away. Makes the throw. It is caught down the sideline. It is Tim Brown. Singor Mobley with the tackle. So the scramble by Gannon, and Tim Brown was there.
Excuse me, Charlie, but that is why they went and got Rich Gannon right there, because of his mobility and his scrambling.
And this is the prototype of the NFL quarterback today, being able to get out of trouble and still come up with a big play, not just running for a 10-yard gain, but hitting Tim Brown on the sidelines like that. That's what they're looking for from Rich Gannon.
The ball goes to the Dallas 48-yard line, a gain of 26 yards on the play, and a first down. Gannon sets, looks left, comes back right, pass is complete. It's Tim Brown again. Well, Brown has his 2 receptions in this preseason game. That may be all we'll see.
Exactly right. I think that, they don't want to keep him out there too long, and I know they're going to pull him out because I think they want to take a longer look at Rodney Williams, who's been injured almost all training camp, missed last week's game, so they want to see a lot of Rodney Williams, see how long, and see if he can last out there.
First down, 36-yard line.
At the 36.
4 wide receivers. Play action fake. Going high and cannot bring it down. And that was Ricky Dudley.
One of the objectives of the coaching staff in this game is to get the ball vertically in the seams to Ricky Dudley, because that's what he does the best, because he's such a big guy.
Hold it. Not everybody watching understands vertically in the seam.
That means run up the field from your tight end or your split tight end position and catch a pass or have the pass thrown to you about 20 yards up the field.
2nd and 10. Here's Kaufman off the right side. He goes inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and you're not going to see too much of Napoleon Kaufman today either. They want to get a long look at other runners such as Rashawn Salam, Tyrone Wheatley in particular.
What you talked about in the opening?
You bet. And, you know, that's so he might be through almost for the day.
Beppe Zellner making the last tackle. In fact, Kaufman comes to the near sideline.
John Gruden's offense entails a lot of different substitution groups. You'll see players all year long going out, especially on offense for the Raiders.
Randy Jordan has replaced Kaufman. Knocked away in the line of scrimmage, and it will fall incomplete.
That was a blitz that time by the Cowboy defense. They aligned in a nickel defense, and they blitzed one of the free safeties. A lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And Rich Gannon had the proper read. He was going to the split receiver, Tim Brown, but the ball got blocked at the line of scrimmage.
Now what do you do? 33-yard down and 7. Field goal attempt of 51 yards. That's what you will do by Michael Husted.
They want to give him some practice out here on the skin infield in particular.
They also want to get confidence in their field goal kicker, and no better way to do it than in pressure situations like this.
This is to tie the game. Has the distance. No good. Strong enough, but offline.
And that's a tough kick from that skin field.
So the score remains Dallas, Oakland, nothing.
Raider Insider 8 program. Our features on head coach John Gruden, former Raider defensive end.
So Dallas will take over at the 33. Take another look. Good snap, good hold.
One of the things he does have is a strong leg. One of the problems he's had, however, during training camp has been accuracy on longer field goals. He's got to get that straightened out.
Troy Aikman in the ball game completed 5 of 8 for 61 yards. And Emmitt Smith has 4 carries for 10 yards. With 4:57 time remaining, we're in the first quarter. Chris Warren is now the running back, and he's the ball carrier headed to the right side. Turns the corner, and he's going to scoot for it for about 5 yards on the play where Charles Woodson was there to cover him.
The Raiders that time blitzed the inside linebackers, which is there was no inside-out pursuit. The ball bounces outside, and the corner has got to come up and make the play. This is a great reaction by Woodson, and you see his size and his strength as he's able to come off the blocker and make the tackle. That's why he won the Heisman Trophy at Michigan, because he does it all.
2nd down and 5. Aikman comes back, looking left.
There's another example of Troy Aikman being able to get rid of the ball under duress. Put a good pass rush on him, although I think there was a holding penalty against Dallas, or they probably would have gotten to him, but still he gets rid of the ball, stays out of trouble as much as possible.
Eric Bjornsson, the tight end, he's also the holder on their field
1
goal
second.
attempts.
Offense number 42.
Should've
10-yard penalty
Sure.
remains 2nd down.
As a quarterback, what do you do? What would you do when they comes back to the huddle? You know, do you stare at them, or are you encouraging? Or
You handle all your players differently. If you yell at somebody, some of them sulk. So you talk to them, you encourage them. Others you yell at and they respond. A lot of different methods for different personalities out there.
I sulk. Just in case you're wondering. Ball back at the 35-yard line. Denvis Mann is now in the backfield for the Dallas Cowboys. 3 wide receivers. Over the middle to Mike Lucky. Lucky for the Cowboys. They want to take a long look at him at tight end today. Greg Biekert makes his stop for the Oakland Raiders.
And the Dallas Cowboys offense is a lot like the Raiders of old with Dave Casper, Raymond Chester, and and Todd Christensen. Go to that tight end quite a bit, pick up part of the yardage, but always keep that ball moving down the field. They use the tight end very similar to the way the Raiders used to use them.
Darian Gordon making that last tackle. 3rd down and 6. The ball at the 45-yard line. And Aikman wants a timeout. He came out in a shotgun set, looked around, did not like what he was seeing, and he took the timeout. So that stops the clock. We have 3:31. That is the time remaining in the first quarter, and the Dallas Cowboys are out in front of the Oakland Raiders 3-0.
What happened was, one scout stung me, right? 52 hit me, and I was all off balance, and when I came up, it was like, bam! I was like, oh, dang. Yeah, God, just a little bit. When we had the ball, like,
Presented by PLUNKETT, the Oakland Raiders.
they're all screwed up. You see them when we exploded?
Oh, yeah, they have
Trying to get the QD.
They had a blitz on. They were getting Alex.
For the year before, and they're looking for that same step up of improvement this year.
Well, you know what's a little bit misleading here is the points. A lot of those points, the Raider offense gave up 7 touchdowns last year. The Raiders ended up being ranked 5th in the National Football League in total defense.
Troy Aikman has completed 6 of 9 passes for 70 yards, and he has completed them to 6 different receivers. Good sideline pattern. Picks up the first down. It's Michael Irvin. And when you watch him on the receiving end, you almost believe that he invented that move and not Raymond Berry.
Well, he might have invented it. You know, this is a guy that's played very well for a long period of time. But what a great matchup. Michael Irvin, the KG veteran, the big guy, against the young stud in the National Football League, Charles Woodson. 1 for Michael on that one.
But also, you know, Charles Woodson had a little bit of a handicap in the sense it was a blitz. He had to take the inside away, and they had the right route called, which was the out.
First down, Dallas. Chris Warren, and there may be a half a yard, but that's going to be all. Richard Harvey leads the defense for Oakland. Mark it for no gain. Beekert was also there. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
This is a really good test for the Raiders defensive front against the run, because the offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys is arguably the best in the National Football League. And last week, I don't think the Raiders got tested from a run standpoint against the Rams, especially with their first unit.
2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Second drive and second long drive. It seems as if it's underway once again for the Dallas Cowboys in the ballgame. Here's the draw. Chris Warren. James Harris. Loss of about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down, 14.
James Harris has had a good camp. Now, he's a guy that does an excellent job of rushing the passer, but here he sees the run develop, stops penetrating up the field, comes off, and makes the play. In 1998, the Raiders had 136 negative plays performed by their defense. Just outstanding.
Cowboys now 4 wide. 3rd down and long. The Raiders have this. They've not been able to do it thus far. This is on target. They do stop it about 4 yards from the first down marker. Jeff Ogden on the receiving end for Dallas, and Charles Mincy was there for the Raiders.
You know, those situations when it's 3rd and long and 14, in that case, you know, I think Troy Aikman should have taken a little bit more time to try and pick up that first down, but it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so maybe they had a plan all set up.
38-yard line. 4th down and 4. Aikman back under center. And we have Russell jumping. Was he pulled off? Darrell Russell coming across and making contact. Officially called encroachment. Was he drawn off?
Encroachment. Defense number 96. The penalty results in a first down.
It's a first down.
Defensive line coach Mike Waffle is crazy on that because, hey, it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5. You got to look at the football. You can't jump off sides in those situations. Make the offense earn the first down, guys. Don't give it to them.
33-yard line, first down Dallas. Dallas leads 3-0. Waning moments of the first quarter. Aikman to Warren. Warren working very hard. There's a flag on the play. Working hard to pick up a yard or two on the play. That's all that he got, and we'll check out the flag. Greg Beekert with the tackle. Aikman now 8 of 11. To 8 different receivers.
Offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Holding on the tight end, Mike Lucky. 8 of 11 to 8 different receivers. That's really impressive.
Well, that's part of Chan Gailey's offense. He's a guy that likes to move the football around. One of the other things that he adds to the offense, I'm talking about Chan Gailey, is a lot more play-action pass and throwing the ball on first down than the older Cowboys used to do.
First down and 10, 43-yard line. Aikman comes out, almost intercepted. Ever so close, the interception by Eric Allen.
And so far, it looks like Eric Allen has not, missed. It's picking up where he left off. Seems to be playing pretty well out there today.
Another flag. Here it is.
Eric Allen seems to read that slant perfectly and almost picks it off.
Mincy, the safety, does a good job. He almost gets in the way.
Penalty is declined. Second down.
Illegal motion on the offense, and the Cowboys honestly look a little bit out of sync. I know they had a tough game against Cleveland the other night, but they look a little bit out of sync here in terms of their rhythm and in terms of their movement.
But they've sure had the ball a long time.
They've had the ball a long time. But the thing that they're doing well is throwing it. But, they've had to call a timeout, a couple motion penalties.
Second down and 20. Aikman sets a screen to Warren. Across the 40, inside the 40 to about the yard line. Chuck Osborne makes the tackle as we come to the end of the first quarter that in reality dominated by the Dallas Cowboys, but they only lead by a score of 3-0. Back with the second period in just a moment. Along with Jim Plunkett, Artie Gigantino, and George Atkinson. Time of possession in the first quarter, Dallas 11 minutes and 24 seconds. The Raiders had the ball only 3 minutes and 36 seconds. And unofficially, I have Dallas with 20 offensive plays to the Raiders 8 in the first quarter.
Do you call that domination?
Yeah.
Even though it's only 3-0, but that's called keep-away football right there. But a lot of penalties, though, for Dallas, too.
3 wide receivers on the near side. Third down. Coming across underneath is Ernie Mills. Mills with the reception and comes out of bounds on the near side.
That time it was only a 3-man rush. What it means is 8 men are in zone coverage. Willie Shaw, the defensive coordinator, wants the ball thrown in front of the defensive backs so they can rally up like they just did and make the tackle.
Now with the ball at the 30-yard line. It is fourth down. The field goal attempt from the 37, an attempt of 47 yards by Richie Cunningham, who has hit from 25 yards in the game. No, it's not. It's Toby Goen who kicks off and is the other kicker. And Goen misses to the right. Toby Goen missing from 47 yards away. So the score remains the Dallas Cowboys 3 and the Oakland Raiders nothing. Back in a moment.
Charlie, guys, as you can see, we're down here at the Black Hole Cleveland.
Wait, George, wait till I throw it to you.
Yeah, it's really hard.
George is there. George Atkinson. Speak to me, George.
All these fans, the Black Hole was here when I was here. Help, help, rescue me, Charlie, rescue me. Back to you.
So long, George. Tim Brown on the receiving end for a first down. I can't believe that Tim's playing in the second quarter. But remember that the Raiders only had 8 plays in the first period.
Right, they want to give their regulars a little bit more play than that. and that's exactly what they're doing.
And don't forget now, Tim only played about 5 plays last week. And, you know, he likes to beat the Cowboys because last year he didn't play against the Cowboys during the preseason. So I'll bet you see him here until the middle of the second quarter.
First down, 50-yard line. Brown goes across in motion. Randy Jordan, the ball carrier.
And Randy finished the season very strong for the Raiders last year. Napoleon Kaufman started the first 13 games, got injured, and Randy Jordan stepped in and played very well in those last 3 regular season games.
You know what? He's just a team player. He does everything pretty good. I don't think he does anything great, but he does a lot of things really good. So he's a valuable guy to this Raider team.
Jeremy Brigham, the tight end, comes back in the backfield as a lead blocker. Play action fake. Then throw to the side to Brigham, who's kind of waiting in the wings.
And that's a little something new from the Raiders, having a tight end in the backfield, play action fake, and then he goes out in the route. A nice way to move your tight end around, not anybody able to lock in on him defensively.
That's called their tiger of personnel, where there's 2 tight ends in the game, 2 wide receivers, and you got a guy like Brigham who, like you said, can line up a tight end, wide receiver, or fullback. A lot of pressure on the defense.
3rd down and 3. Gannon passing an audible away. Spins, hands off to Jordan, and he's got the first down. What did he see? What did he see?
Well, I think some defense that they had practiced during preparing for this game, and then as soon as you see that defense, you audible to that type of run. It was probably a trap of some kind right up the middle because of the way the defensive line was lined up.
And it was a trap, Jim. Wisniewski pulled and trapped from his left to his right. That's a good call by John Gruden in preparation. But also Gannon being able to recognize at the line of scrimmage.
Napoleon Kaufman, 5 carries for 21 yards in the ball game. Jordan, the left corner. Pepe Zellner was there for Dallas.
Come on.
May pick up a couple of yards on the play, maybe just a yard.
And I think in this situation, Tim Brown had a block on the corner and was not able to execute it, and the corner came off and was able to turn and help make the tackle.
How good is Tim Brown as a blocker?
He can block when he wants to, you know, but right now it's still preseason. You want to get in the action, but not all that much sometimes.
Right.
Isn't that in your contract, though, that you have to block also?
Supposedly.
But not in preseason. Not till September. Gannon's pass is right on target. Randy Jordan makes the offensive play, and Pepe Zellner makes the defensive play.
Well, Pepe Zellner's the guy that can really somebody down. He's a big guy, 6'5", 251. Now you're going to see Jordan here to the bottom of your screen come out of the backfield, and I talked about him having a lot of positive qualities, and one of them is blocking, but also one of them is catching passes.
Rashaan Salam is now in, and it's first down for Oakland as they have a drive underway. They trail 3-0 here in the second period. Salam, the ball carrier, is going to pick up close to 4 yards on the play, so it should be 2nd down and 6.
You know, here's another first-round draft Raiders in the backfield that they hope can contribute somewhere down the line. If he can't, there are plenty of other running backs willing to take that spot.
And you know what's happening here now? We're seeing backs besides Napoleon Kaufman work with the first offensive line. And I think that's the best way in which to judge a young man, with great blocking behind the first group offensive lineman.
3 wide receivers, John Ritchie, the fullback, the remaining back, he's in the left flat. Gannon gets a soft toss over the middle right to the 10-yard line. To Kenny Shedd.
Kenny Shedd is the guy who always shines during the preseason as a receiver, but during the season he's caught very few passes. 3 receptions last year for 50 yards, but he always shines in the preseason. And here he is coming underneath the coverage. It's man coverage. He runs away from his man. He's wide open there, ball a little bit behind him, but he makes the grab. But he makes the team year after year on special teams.
Ron Hawthorne with the stop for Dallas. Salam now the running back. Ball carrier. He's going to lean into about the 6-yard line. Randall Godfrey makes the tackle. Kenny Shedd last week went deep over the middle, and he was hit by Ron Carpenter and took a lick. What's it? Ooh. That was against the Rams. And he was down for a few moments, too, and then he got up. He said, I didn't know where I was, but then he figured out he was in St. Louis, and he trotted off to the side.
It's a miracle he's here today, because that shivers up your back.
Yeah. We've got a timeout call stopping the clock. 9 minutes and 9 seconds. 9:09. That is the time remaining in the first half. Dallas still leads it 3-0. And if Raider fans can't get enough information about their team, there's a place where the Raiders information is practically unlimited. Raiders.com, the team's official website. Just a few clicks of your mouse, and you can get the latest information from training camp, team schedule, and a whole lot more. Easy to find, easier to remember. Raiders.com. Gannon has completed 6 of 8, 73 yards. Tim Brown, 3 receptions for 51. There's not a lot there, maybe a couple of yards, and that's just going to be it. Now let's revisit last week. Napoleon Kaufman in the red zone got it down to the 1, and then Randy Jordan took it in. And here it is. Kaufman did all the work, and now Jordan from a yard out, and he gets the glory.
And Jordan is in there again.
That's right.
But it's an area they got to get better at and put the bigger guy in.
3rd down goal to go inside the 5. Gannon rolling. Gannon in trouble, reversing, picks up a nice block, keeps. Ooh. Helmet to helmet. Isel Reese get him. That can be dangerous for a quarterback. It's fun to watch, but it can be dangerous for a quarterback.
It's fun for who? Wait a minute.
Fun for the defensive guy.
Not for you to watch. Yeah.
But you know, you see the athletic ability of this guy running around. And all he had to do was just make one more move, Jim. I'm sure you would have, and he would have gotten into the end zone. But it also proves he's a tough guy, because he did take a good hit.
20-yard field goal attempt by Michael Husted. He has missed from 51 yards away, and this is for the tie. And we have whistles all over the place. And there is Gannon on the sideline.
Better go back to that rollout that Rich Gannon ran to the right. If that ball's not thrown right away, usually it doesn't have much of a chance to work.
Why is that? Because you're so close to the goal
You're running
line?
out of room.
You're running out of room both ways.
5 yards.
All right, move the hold back to the 15-yard line. And the attempt is 25 yards.
There you go.
Leo Aragoose is the holder. Again to tie the ball game at 3-3.
Easy out,
It
easy
is
out.
up and it is good. And we are now at 3 with 7:21 left to go in the first half. And here's the hit.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. Yeah, Eric's out. I talked to him. I have a report for you whenever you want to do it.
Okay, who's deep? 13 and 15.
23, right? 23 and 15.
The 23?
That's who it was last time.
15-13. We're now tied at 3. Let's go down to George Atkinson. George?
Thank you, Charlie. You know, Eric Allen played for a quarter and a half. He had a great quarter and a half. I talked to him when he came off the field. One thing he told me that he felt good, his knee felt strong, but he was concerned about the tackle. Back to you, Charlie.
All right, thank you, George. Houston will kick it away for the Dallas Cowboys. John Washington, Marte Jenkins are the return men. Jenkins on the return. Out near the 30-yard line where the Dallas Cowboys will take over with 7:11 the magic number, time remaining in the first half. Travion Smith and Juwan Armour on the tackle. We've got a break. We'll step aside.
TV time, man. TV time.
He hasn't been booming.
No, he's been short on every one. Last week he was okay.
Yeah,
he was almost on the goal line, but that's artificial turf, indoors, no weather.
Yeah, come on.
But that field goal he tried was plenty.
Charlie, new quarterback. Number 11,
Number
Quinn.
11.
Quinn.
Mike Quinn. Okay.
Thought they were going to go with
Thank
Garrett.
you.
When it comes to bringing the U.S. and Asia together, we're not about.
He's got his pads off.
Yeah, Aikman's final stats. Aikman's stats. Thank you.
For information on business and public relations functions throughout the year, contact the Raider Department by calling 510-864-5000 or by writing the Oakland office.
With the cap and not the helmet and no pads. His day is through. He completed 10 of 14 for 104 yards. Troy Aikman in mid-season form.
Yeah, you know what was the giveaway to me besides all that was the sunflower seeds that he's eating.
The new quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys is Mike Quinn. We thought we'd see Jason Garrett as his second quarterback. 5 of 11 for 36 yards. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions against Cleveland. We want to take a longer look at him. Has pressure, steps forward, and he overthrows the intended receiver, who is Wayne McGarity. Darian Gordon with the coverage. It'll be second down.
Did not have a very good game last week against Cleveland. He's only thrown 3 passes in the NFL, completed 2. So they, as you said, they want to take a longer look. But he did have some pressure. His arm might have even been tipped as he threw the ball, as he threw it out of bounds, actually.
Combo. No.
Blitz coming up the middle. Picked up. And the Raiders are there. Led by Osborne.
Tony Bryant was also in there, the rookie second-round draft choice from Florida State. Nice job by the young guys. 98 is Osborne. He just overpowers the back, number 33, Manis. You cannot have a back step up and expect to block a defensive tackle. Just a nice job by 2 very good young Raider defensive linemen.
Denvis Mann, 33, is the back there with the quarterback, Mike Quinn, in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. And whistles. Penalty flags are flying. Young quarterback in the NFL.
Delay on the offense. 5 yards. 3rd down.
What is... I know that it's difficult, but why is it so difficult to pick up the blitz, to step away, read it, or to go to a hot receiver? Why is that take so long for young quarterbacks to pick up?
Well, it depends on his background. What school did he come from? What kind of offense did they run there? Obviously, the NFL is much more complicated than college football, so there's a lot to learn, and you can only do it by being out there on the field and playing.
Here's the draw.
Easy guys, easy guys, easy.
Denver's man stopped by Grady Jackson. They'll lose another 3 or 4 yards on the play, and the Cowboys will have to kick it away.
Excellent penetration that time by Grady Jackson. Now it's 3rd and long, and he's in a pass rush mentality, but he had great presence of mind to come back inside. You're going to see him lined up here as a defensive end. He's usually a defensive tackle, and quite honestly, nobody really blocked him, but at least when he was in the backfield, he did make the play.
Toby Goen will be kicking to Darian Gordon, the return man for the Raiders. Terrible kick. Good back. And Gordon is down right at the spot, 44-yard line. Izell Reese, who was down on the special teams for the Dallas Cowboys. 5 minutes and 18 seconds. That is the time remaining second quarter. We are tied at 3.
On page 39 of today's Raider Insider magazine. The here ad is signed by Coach John Gruden and has the special Barron's Jeweler sticker attached to it. $1,000 gift certificate.
Pat Barnes is in there.
Go to the customer accommodations booth located on the plaza level between the stadium and the arena. Before the
Number 4, Pat Barnes. Okay.
Rodney Williams going to play, huh?
Yeah.
Dudley is
That's a
there.
miracle recovery.
87 is there.
Coach probably talked to him.
Double tight end set.
So we got to have you out there, or else you
Who are the
got to
wide
make some
receivers?
decisions. Rodney Williams is one.
Rodney Williams is one.
Miracle.
He told me they were going to put him out there, see if he lasts, number one, and see what he can do.
31, who is Rashawn Salam. 89. Who's 84? Oh, Kenny Shedd?
Yes.
Okay. So double tight end. The remaining back. 2 wides. Is that right?
Well, Dudley's in the game. I know that. Is there another tight end?
Yeah.
Is Brigham in there? Yeah. Tight
Brigham
ends.
in.
That's right.
2 tight ends, 2 wides.
Right, and 1 back.
And Rashawn Salam. We're not doing nothing.
Nice English.
Just hanging around. Ball game tied 3-3. That will wrap it up for Rich Gannon. Pat Barnes is now the quarterback. Gannon completing 6 of 8 for 73 yards. Pat Barnes now the quarterback, and we should see him now through possibly midway third. Rashawn Salam is the remaining back. 2 tight ends, Dudley and Brigham. 2 wide receivers, Williams and Shedd. And Barnes hands off to Rashawn Salam. A gain of 5 yards on the play to the 49-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Ebenezer Ekubon, the number 1 draft choice, making the tackle.
Who's a very good player, but a little smart strategy here by John Gruden. Let Pat Barnes settle down his first play, hand the ball off. Don't ask him to throw the ball on his first play in there, because quite honestly, Pat Barnes is pressing right now. He did last week and he did all week in camp.
2nd down and 5. Let him hand off again. A little play action fake. Loops one down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Rodney Williams, the intended receiver. Not a bad throw, Jim.
That was an excellent throw. As a matter of fact, I thought Rodney Williams could have come up with that pass. It was high and outside. You want a ball like that thrown, especially in tight coverage. It was perfectly executed except for the reception end.
Dwan Hawthorne had the coverage, the rookie free agent for Dallas.
Here you go. It's right where you want it, and you've got to be able to adjust in the National Football League to a pass like that.
3rd down and 5. Salam 4 carries, 14 yards in the ball game. The ball at the Raider 49-yard line. Ball game tied at 3. Blitz coming right up the middle. Has to get it away. A little bit high, possibly catchable. Terry Mickens, the receiver.
And once again, Pat Barnes made the correct read. He went to the right guy. They had a blitz on. He tried to hit Terry Mickens over the middle, which is what he should have done, and unfortunately it was a little high.
That time it was a 4 wide receiver set with 1 back in the backfield. Something the Raiders want to do a lot this year without a tight end and without a fullback in the game.
Leo Aragoose will be kicking it away, and Jeff Ogden is the return man for Dallas. Low line drive taken at the 20. Nice side return of about 8, maybe 9 yards for Jeff Ogden. Jermaine Williams with the tackle for the Oakland Raiders. So Dallas now will move on offense with 4:24. Flag was down.
Those
to the near side. Dennis Manns, the rookie free agent out of New Mexico State, and he is stopped by Travion Smith. And Wayne McGarity, the 2 wide receivers on the near side. Manns is the remaining back. Manns with a straight shot up the middle.
Easy, easy, easy.
He's got some strength. He picks up 5 yards, carrying a couple of ball players with him. Mike Quinn, the quarterback. And here's Manns again. They're taking a good look at it. 44-yard line of Oakland. Ball game tied at 3, 2:20 and counting. Time remaining. Play action fake. Nice sidestep. Avoids another tackle and heads for the sideline. So Mike Quinn has a bit of agility. Aikman. Second down. Fake it with pitch out and a rolling right. The ball back at the Dallas 46-yard line. Minute 56 left in the first half. 3-3 ball game. Going deep and incomplete. Broken up by Marquise Walker. Wayne McGarity, the intended receiver. Down. Has pressure, rolls away from it. Right into more pressure, and he'll to the 40-yard line. He'll lose 6. It'll be 4th and 26 as Chuck Osborne and Grady Jackson were there.
And Charlie, you know Mike Quinn is awfully frustrated right now. He wants to go out there.
There's pressure, and he gets it away. Gordon looks for a block, has it to the right. Pretty good return, but a flag is down at the 18-yard line. Rashawn Salam is the remaining back. Salam, the ball carrier.
No, he's down.
He is down at the 13-yard line. Omar Stoudemire bringing Rashawn Salam down.
And that ball.
And we have flags and whistle. Maybe a 25-second violation. Second down and 11. Salam again. And he's met right in the hole after he picks up 3 yards. Are you surprised with these calls?
No, they were down to 42 seconds, backed up on their own about 10-yard line.
Finding the open receiver, Jeremy Brigham, the tight end. And it is a first down. Now the hurry up. Kenny Wheaton with the tackle. Just a spike.
That was not a very pretty spike.
Not a very pretty spike, no.
But what they try to do, they put
14 seconds left in the first half. Right on target. First down.
Yard line. Might be in the end zone by now.
Pressure. Steps out of it. Avoids it again. Just throws up for grabs. Anywhere downfield. Everybody in the neighborhood. Throw to the area code.
And Charlie, that was almost a touchdown.
I know it. During the scramble, time ran out. So officially that is the end of the first half. Let's go down to George.
All right, right, Charlie, I'm here with Coach John Gruden. Coach, the first half, you had some good things, some bad things. Give us an assessment of the first half.
Well, it's a 3-3 game. We expected it to be tight. We got to get off the field on third down on defense. You got to convert your scoring opportunities on offense.
Rich Gannon took a vicious shot towards the end of the second quarter. First of all, is he okay? And second of all, what were your words of wisdom to him?
I don't give him a lot of words of wisdom. That's his game. He's going to break containment once in a while. He made a couple big plays. Just got to protect himself.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Charlie.
All right, with Randy Jordan and Calvin Branch as the return man. And this is Jordan. He'll be down around the 18-yard line.
The Dallas Cowboys in the last 5 years have had the best core of special teams players in all of the National Football League. Last year they were in the top 10 in kickoff coverage, punt return, and kickoff return.
Give that credit to Avezzano.
Joe Avezzano, special teams coach, good Italian, knows how to coach special teams.
And makes a great pasta. All right. First down for the Oakland Raiders. And they open on the ground with Pat Barnes at quarterback, and Rashaan Salaam is the ball carrier. Now let's take a look at Pat Barnes' numbers in the first half. He completed 2 of 6, 1 yard.
And then put on that fine demonstration of broken field running.
Yes.
And almost got a touchdown out of it.
Second down and 6. Ball now at the 22-yard line. Play action fake, rolling right, looking. It is intercepted. Is it intercepted inbound? Yes, it is. Barnes making a huge mistake. He was trying to just lob it to a receiver who was out of bounds.
Right here.
It's really, in reality, if you want to do that, you got to simply throw it away. And it was intercepted.
Yes, you should. Yeah, you get a good fake, bootleg out to his right. And he should have thrown it sooner to Jeremy Bingham, who was right there on the sidelines. I believe it was Jeremy Bingham.
You know what, though?
He should have thrown it sooner, and it would have been a completion. But he tried once again to come up with too big a play in that kind of situation.
But it's decision-making ability, isn't it, Jim?
Well, right now, yes.
Yeah, you got to make the right decisions because Robert Thomas, number 59, is standing right there.
Thomas with the interception. So Dallas with the ball at the Oakland 25-yard line. And we're not yet 1 minute into the second half. For the Cowboys, let's see now if they can capitalize. As Denvis Manns is the ball carrier. Grady Jackson makes the tackle. And meanwhile, Scott Dreisbach begins to loosen up on the sideline.
And Coach Gruden, has a little patience for mistakes like that, mental mistakes that have occurred probably too frequently as far as he's concerned with Pat Barnes.
Is it because Barnes is pressing? Is that part of it?
I think it's a big part.
If he could relax it, he could, because we know he has the ability for what he's done in the World Football League or the European, the NFL version in Europe. And again, the defense of the Raiders just simply pushed everybody back into his face. It was an outstanding move by the Raider defensive line, this time led by Tony Bryant, their number 2 draft choice from Florida State.
And also Eric Barton, number 50, shows up. He's a young man that's going to back up Greg Biekert this year. Does a great job of putting a hit on at the end of the play.
Third down and 12. The defense can hold one more down, then they'll have to go with a field goal attempt. Kicking off the skin part of the infield. Both misses have been going to the left. Both makes have been going to the right. And here's pressure right at the middle again. Tripped up and a huge loss. Oh, that's a strong play by K.D. Williams. Williams had a great game last week also. He had a total of 5 tackles last week, and he makes a key play here because it'll be 4th down and he adds at least 10 yards to the field goal attempt if they go with it.
It was a blitz that time. Come up inside, but what's great about it, he gets blocked, but as he's falling down, he reaches around and grabs Quinn's ankle, and he's happy.
He takes him out of field goal range, and Gabe Lindstrom is going to have to punt the ball. Kenny Shedd is the return man for the Oakland Raiders. Flags are flying, whistles are being blown all over the field. Now Lindstrom,
on the offense, 5 yards, 4th down.
free agent out of Toledo, he just wants a little pooch kick. He wants to send it up and let it come down at about the 10-yard line.
That's why a 5-yard penalty here is sometimes done on purpose, to give yourself a little bit more room so you can pin the ball inside the 10-yard line. So Joe Avizano, the special teams coach from the Cowboys, might have told them to purposely delay. And we were talking about Joe before. He's a great coach.
And the Raiders have also, they can refuse it.
That's right.
Okay.
But punters, just like golfers, have distances that they like, 90 yards to the green or 100 yards to the green or 60 yards to the green. Punters like that. The 5 yards can make it. It puts them in their comfort zone. Doesn't turn over. Comes down. Good kick. Just what he wanted it to do.
Absolutely.
And, get it inside the 20. They've got a long drive. Anything can happen to an offensive unit having to drive that far, and a lot of times it's not good for them.
Comes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. We're still tied at 3. Is Dreisbach in? Dreisbach is in. Our guy. Get out everybody's notes.
Hey, Plunk, that was horrible by Pat.
Oh, yeah.
That was horrible. That just got him cut.
Yeah.
He'll do that this week.
Well, I don't know.
I do. I don't. They're going to get the other day in practice.
Between the stadium and the arena before the end of the 3rd quarter.
You want to give me Barnes totals?
If he motion back, we go lead.
Under 11, close left,
Dreisbach. Everybody alert. Dreisbach. Put it in there. Okay. 31 yards. Bad mental mistake, which cost the interception.
Yeah, Charlie, these are the things that really get you caught in training camp. You make mental mistakes like this. You should have just thrown the ball away, run the ball, but not put it up for grabs as he did. Make a decision, but not that kind of decision.
Scott Dreisbach, rookie free agent from Michigan, is in the ball game at quarterback, and the ball is at the 12-yard line. And he hands off. Salam has a huge hole off of the left side.
And they did an excellent job picking up the blitz on that run blitz coming at the Raiders on the left side.
Good job by Jermaine Williams, also number 34, leading up inside for Shalom.
Gain of 11 yards.
There's Salam, 6'1", 220.
At the 23.
Played 8-man ball at La Jolla Country Day in La Jolla, California. Here he is to the right side as the corner. Now, there's an intangible, and we talked about this last week with Scott Dreisbach. Now, we knew that he was going to play more. We were impressed. Al Davis stopped me and wanted to know my opinion after the game was over about Dreisbach. And all of a sudden, I'm pontificating well about this. All of a sudden, I said, that's crazy. Al knows. He's forgotten more than I ever know. But he brings an excitement to the huddle, and the impression is that now is running better.
Well, I don't know if that translates, but you're right about him bringing some excitement to the huddle. He's a confident guy that's been in front of big-time crowds at the University of Michigan. I also think he's got a great grasp, Charlie, of the offense because he's spent a lot of time this spring with the Raiders when Pat Barnes was in Europe.
We have a flag down on the play.
There's no question about Rasham's ability. He's been, a very good player when he first came out of the University of Colorado.
Second down.
I think the underlying thing here is, though, that the Oakland Raiders need a young quarterback, whoever it is, to grow within the system so they can nurture him along and develop that young quarterback. Because if Dreisbach doesn't make the team and they cut Pat Barnes, they don't have a young quarterback in this program.
With the penalty, the ball goes back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Dreisbach has not thrown a pass. Been in the ball game, like 3 down. Here's an audible. And his first pass is complete, and it's complete to Kenny Shedd.
Dreisbach pass complete to Kenny Shedd.
Shingor Mobley with the tackle. And the Wolverines, Raiders that played at Michigan. Dreisbach, Woodson, Marcus Ray, Tyrone Wheatley, Sword, Trepanek, Walker.
Any truth to the rumor that Becker is going to join the staff next year as a,
no, but they're
consultant?
They're working on the victory song, I understand.
That's 6 Washington guys and 7 Michigan guys.
But a very astute play by Dreisbach on that play. Audible, went to the right receiver.
3rd down 4. Here's the blitz coming from the outside. Picked up. He is right on target over the middle. He goes to Chris T. Jones, and he has the first down. Izell Reese with the tackle for the Cowboys.
Again, they brought the safety blitz. It was picked up very nicely by the Raider.
That's Jones is down.
Backfield, and Scott Dreisbach once again went to the guy who was one-on-one.
Christy Jones is one of the new receivers, signed as a free agent, a little bit bigger than some of the receivers the Raiders have had in the last couple of years. John Gruden would like him to make this football team because John Gruden had him with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's been slowed down, though, by a serious knee injury, which caused him to sit out all of last year.
We have an injury timeout. Clock stopped at 9:44. Time remaining. We're in the 3rd quarter. And the ball game is still tied at 3-3.
I got it.
Jim, for the ball game, you were in the locker room. You talked with Dreisbach. Tell me about your conversation with the young man.
We went back all the way to Michigan when he was a starter. When he first got to Michigan, he was replaced by Bob Greasy Jr. And, I asked him how he was able to hang in there. And part of it was his family. He wanted to stick with that program. He wanted to go to Michigan, and it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
First down, 38-yard line. Salam. Also, you asked him about, did he think about transferring?
He never did. It never crossed his mind. He always wanted to go to Michigan. That's where he wanted to go to school, and he knew he could play. And
he said that wouldn't have been fair, I believe.
Well, he started there. He thought it was the best possible situation for him.
Myron Smith with the tackle.
And and I also asked him about being in the NFL, and he didn't think he was. He thought he had the ability to make it here in the NFL. He could play at this level, and he's just got to take advantage of every opportunity he gets, like today.
And this is an opportunity for him. There's no question about it. Salam. Still a couple of yards shy of the first down. It will be 3rd down. Hambrick makes the tackle. And Artie, you talked to him on the phone last night.
And he said the same thing, and he said that he would not transfer from Michigan because he did love Michigan. But he also said to me, Jim, it wouldn't have been fair to the coaches that recruited me. Now, when have you had an athlete ever say something like that it wouldn't be fair to the coaches? I thought that was priceless. But he is a real quality young guy.
And a confident kid.
And a confident guy. But not overly.
No, I mean just confident in his own abilities.
Right, in a good way.
Blitz is coming, has to go to the hot receiver, and he does immediately for the first down. Nice read. Jermaine Williams on the receiving end. It's coming. He was the first look.
And Dreisbach's right on top of things. The blitz came from the outside safety. He finds the guy that has to be covered from the safety from the inside out. And here it comes, and he knows exactly where to go to. He gets the ball off to Jermaine Williams, and Jermaine Williams makes a nice run after the catch. But Dreisbach is doing a lot of the things that a guy that young, normally wouldn't get a grip on this early.
37-yard line of Dallas twice in this drive. The Raiders have converted on 3rd down and 4, and just now on 3rd down and down. Here's Salam. Inside the. Let's go down to George Atkinson. George, what do you have?
Charlie, I got a report on Chris T. Jones, who just got injured. He has a sprained PCL. He's out for the rest of the game. Back to you.
How bad is a sprain?
Well, right now it's undetermined. They don't know for sure. They're taking precautions, and they're trying to check it out right now so they can determine how bad it really is. But he is out for the rest of the game, Charlie.
Okay, thank you, George.
All right.
Dreisbach's numbers: 3 for 3, 35 yards, 12 carries for 59 yards. Tyrone Wheatley is now in the backfield. Dreisbach throws, and he is right on target again. And this is Rodney Williams that he goes to. Myron Smith with the tackle.
When the Raiders reported to camp this year, Dreisbach won the conditioning test that Garrett Guimont, the strength and conditioning coach, administers to all players. So this guy is an athlete. The other thing about him, and he was talking to me about this last night, he holds the passing record for the most attempts in a game and the most yardage in a game with 372 yards against Virginia in 1996.
First down, 24-yard line. Tyrone Wheatley, the ball carrier, he was kind of almost, I believe he was tripped up, literally tripped up, but brought down then by Robert Thomas.
And they've liked what they've seen of Tyrone Wheatley. Coming into camp, he was in pretty good shape. He's been working out, and he was pretty raring to go when he got to training camp.
And you know what's good about him, though? He had been in the Miami camp. So it wasn't like he was home on a couch having a beer and then got called to training camp. He had been in a highly structured physical camp down in Miami.
Had Ray Zellers been in anybody's
camp? No.
So
and I think that's been to his disadvantage up in Napa.
Rolling, throwing again. They're a perfect type of pass. Good touch. Jermaine Williams had it. Robert Thomas has Jermaine.
You know, and that's very similar to the that Pat Barnes got intercepted. A different play action in the backfield, but he made the decision to throw it quickly to the underneath receiver. And Dreisbach made that decision quickly. Pat Barnes did not.
Scott Thompson checks in at tight end. One of them note on Dreisbach in the Rose Bowl after Brian Greasy, Bob's son, who Bob went to Purdue. He was calling the game with Keith Jackson, and on the special teams, the headhunter was guess who? It was Scott.
You gotta love that because we know our partner up here never ran down on a kickoff, did you?
Well, he's smarter than Scott right there.
No, but I made a lot of tackles on interceptions.
Good one, Plunk.
I like that.
That's a good one. But again, it goes back to telling you what type of athlete and also what kind of kid he really is because he's not playing, so he wants to make a contribution in some way.
All right, ball on the 14-yard line. Now decision-making time. Fourth down and a yard.
Going to call a timeout and talk it over.
Talk it over. That's a good decision.
Yeah, because to me, you practice 4th and 1 in situations like this.
We'll step aside. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay. 5 of 5, 51.
Unbelievable.
Fourth quarter started like a Diet Coke. Huh? 49? Five for 5, 49. Did you want a hot dog? What? Yeah, we'll go to break whenever you say. We're always ready. I tell you, that kid's got something.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he certainly does.
There's a magic.
Plus, you know, he's been so frustrated over the last several years, you know, it gives him an opportunity to come out and show what he really is. I'm excited about it.
I feel so sorry for Bradley. I just know that he's just trying.
Barnes.
Right.
That he's just trying so hard.
Oh yeah, he is. You know, and he felt so bad after the game last week.
Yeah.
He was that way in college, though, guys. He was up and down.
On this drive, Dreisbach has completed 5 of 5 for 49 yards.
Pretty good afternoon so far.
Nice opening segment for right now, the third quarterback of the afternoon for the Oakland Raiders.
And certainly since, you know, I started playing in the NFL in '71, what amazes me is the amount of audibles they actually use during a preseason ball game.
4th and 1. Salon goes up.
Okay, easy.
And it's maybe close. Could well be close.
Looks like he made it, not by much.
Raiders that time had 3 tight ends in the game and 2 backs. That's their big, I don't know, I'll call it elephant or lion formation. But you know what? In situations like that, the defense knows where the ball's going.
Oh, sure.
It's a good job by Salama trying to get up over the top. Williams leads on the block, but that win, number 45, out of Texas A&M, a rookie who's a great player, meets Shalom right in the air. So that was a good linebacker play also.
I also always enjoy what follows. Everybody helps the official. Everybody does.
Even us.
Ooh, inches shy.
You know what, guys? And I know people are going to criticize the Raiders. That was just a great defensive play.
I like the gamble.
I do too.
I like the gamble.
I do
Sure.
too.
Sure.
You know, how are you going to improve on last? Make your short yardage and goal line situations positive for you.
Yeah, but you also got to try to do it.
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah.
So I think it's a good move by John Gruden. But you're going to see that win to the right of your screen, number 45, just come up in the air and meet Shalom right there. And that's what stops his progress. Nice job by the defense.
All right, we've got a timeout. Back in a moment. For the Dallas Cowboys, Jason Garrett is now the quarterback. Mike Quinn, his stats were anemic. He was 0 for 2.
Yeah, and Jason Garrett's been there for 7 years from Princeton. He knows the system. His father was a scout, I believe. Still is a scout for the Cowboys, but he's a guy they can rely on to come into a help him win a few ball games when Aikman has been injured.
Ball game still tied 3-3. Cowboys start from their own 14-yard line after that defensive stand. This pass is complete downfield to John Washington, the free agent from TCU, not touched when he's down, so he can get up and go. And Eric Barton finally got to him.
And he had Donald Day, number 25, who was playing very far off the receiver that time, and then he made the mistake of letting the receiver get outside of him and gain a few more yards.
Yeah, but Donald Day has got to realize that, hey, that ball is still live when the man's down if he's untouched.
First down, Dallas. Here's the pitch to Mann. And a flag comes flying in.
Very impressive play again by Tony Bryant, second-round draft choice out of Florida State. This is a young man that's gotten better and better and better the day they drafted him. Going to see him here to the left of your screen, come up the field, get some penetration, continue to be active by spinning out and going to make the play. I know Willie Shaw and Mike Waffle, the defensive line coach, are very high on him.
You know, and Artie, they knew it.
10 yards, remains first down.
They knew he was a real good pass rusher on the open-ended side of the formation, but they've also found he's very good with a tight end or a back over him. He really plays the run very well.
What do you mean about the open-ended side of the formation?
Receiver and the tackle, you know, have separation. He's almost out in space. He has nobody over the top of him. And he gets almost a free pass rush to the quarterback.
First down and 20 at the 17-yard line. Garrett sets a screen, and then he overthrows it, perhaps intentionally.
Eric Barton, great job again of diagnosing the screen and reacting to it.
He was looking for Denver's man.
Yes, he was, and he found him. I don't know what I'm saying. You're going to see Tony Bryant here rush the passer up the field. He's doing a great job working against Jeremy Akers. And what he does, he pushes Akers to the outside, and he comes back inside and gets his hands up into quarterback's face.
Jim, what do you do when the screen is infiltrated?
Well, normally you have an outlet, a tight end or a back in another area that you can dump the ball off to. Otherwise, you just throw it away.
Down and 20. To the far side on the break, it's incomplete. Wayne McGarity, the intended receiver. Reginald Duster was there, free agent.
And once again, it appears that John Gruden's taking a look at a lot of his players. He had 70 players in the ball game last week against the Rams, and he just may do that or more today.
I think he's going for a record.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, you know, they've got a weird schedule. They do not have a game next week, so this is a huge game for a lot of players.
Get a lot of work in.
A lot of work in.
How long has it been since you heard about a bye in preseason?
Long time.
Never.
Josh Taves, number 99, looked like he jumped off sides, but he's quick to point out that somebody moved.
He was looking for that false start.
Yes.
And he got it.
Did he get it?
Before the snap, false start. On the offense, number 71.
You know, you got to teach your defensive guys to point first. You know, if you do that, that does influence an official once in a while. You don't believe that, do you, Plunk?
Oh, once in a while, I think it does. Especially my guys.
Yeah. Jeremy Akers called for the false start.
Josh Taves, first-year man out of Northeastern, having a great camp.
Third down, 25. Looks like a 6-deep zone that he'd be throwing in.
Well, what they have, it is. I mean, they've got on the line of scrimmage rushing. You got both corners rolled up, and then you got 6 deep. That's a long yardage zone defense.
And this is where the quarterback gets no help from the coach, believe me.
They're going to call this on Jeremy Akers again. That'll take it back to the 7-yard line. It's going to be third down and 30. You almost have the tendency, if you're the quarterback, to call a timeout and call for the punter to come in.
Yeah, settle everybody down and get the Raider rush out of rhythm.
Okay, third and 30. Man's fumble.
Fourth down.
He recovered it.
Recovered his own fumble.
Memphis Man's got that boy just in time.
John Kursky, number 68, reaches in, rips the ball out. Now, the Cowboys obviously did not want to be in a pass rush situation here, so they ran the ball. You're going to see to the inside there, Kursky, number 68, reach across and knock the ball out. The Cowboys are very fortunate that the Raiders didn't recover it.
Gabe Lindstrom will be kicking it away, and Kenny Sheff is the return man. Pressure, low kick. Goes out of bounds before it gets to the 50-yard. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, we're in the third quarter, and we are tied at 3. Back in a moment.
It really seemed to be a good kid. You know, they're all good kids.
Yeah.
Fucking ball.
Really are.
Yeah. And he's had some relatives, uncles, who've been in Major League basketball, baseball, and football.
I thought a good no call.
In fact, one guy, Ohlers, was in the league when I was in the league. Except I don't remember.
I saw looking through, I could see a gap between those guys and him, and I wasn't sure if those guys really
Sean Salon?
or even touched that much.
When do you want to show it?
I thought a good no call. What's okay say?
All right, coming back, we going to do this?
Challenge.
Okay. All right.
Challenge that?
Number 31 is Rashaan Salam of the Oakland Raiders. Here's kind of a mini package on what he has done. 13 carries for 58 yards.
And there he gets outside and does a real good job of showing what kind of speed he's got, but unfortunately stopped here for a fourth down and a one situation. But I thought he put out real good effort today. Plays, good cuts, and I think at least he showed the coaches that he still can play this game.
Here he is again. Is it fair to say that he's kind of rounding back into game form?
Absolutely, because he was rusty last week, and he's been a little rusty at camp.
And he's been out about a year and a half.
Yes, and he's helping himself today, Charlie. Yeah. And I think he helped himself last week during camp. It takes a long time to get back into the rhythm of the game.
I think it's one of the things that our viewers have to realize and perhaps can watch and feel, because the ball players, as you can see, the ones that can help themselves in the preseason games, they can really help themselves. And the same thing on the other side of the coin, you can really hurt yourself by underperforming, underachieving. Because this is your opportunity to show what you can do.
Right, just like Josh Falk there. He slipped, he fell down, he couldn't find anybody open, but he wisely threw the ball away.
And
no harm, no foul.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be tipped by anybody.
And in football, there are gamers and there are practice guys. Some guys just shine when the bullets are live, so to speak, and you're in a game situation. Some guys are just bad practice players because they don't concentrate enough.
Blitz is coming. It's picked up. Good protection, and the ball is dropped. Jermaine Williams, incomplete pass. Good job of the offensive line picking up the blitz in the games that the Cowboy defense was playing.
And that's one thing the Raiders offensive line has done all day today. Picked up the blitz very well, giving the quarterback time to throw the ball.
Fourth down, Leo Aragoose will be kicking it away.
Aragoose is an interesting man. He has averaged the last 3 years for the Raiders 44 yards per punt. That's just outstanding over the course of 3 complete seasons.
Jeff Ogden is the return man. Free agent last year with the Cowboys. Free agent rookie. This one goes through the end zone for the touchback. We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. We've got 1:34 left to go in the third, and we remain a game of 3. Back in a moment. History, and now the team is dominating cyberspace. Click on the team's official website, Raiders.com. On it, you'll find the latest reports from training camp, legendary moments in Raider history, video clips, stats, inside information that nowhere else, and a whole lot more, even the background of Jim Plunkett. Check out the silver and black in cyberspace, Raiders.com. Here we go. Dallas from their own 20-yard line. Ball game tied at 3. Garrett's pass is complete over the middle. He has now completed 2 of 4. Hayward Clay on the receiving end. What's the status of Zach Crockett?
Well, he's got that broken bone in his foot. He's out at least 6 weeks, I believe, from about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's devastating for the Raiders because they put so much time and effort and hope into him being the solution to some of the short yardage problems that they've had. Plus, he's a good special teams player. He was going to make this team and make a big contribution, and he still will when he comes back.
Second down and 8. Mans will pick up the first down to the 31-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10. Joanne, the tackle. All right, let's say he comes back in 6 weeks. Then how long? That's right around the first week of the season, maybe the second week of the season. How long then would it take him to be in game shape?
I think 2 weeks at least, maybe 3, because
so now we're into October.
Right, of course. I mean, he's conditioning right now, but he's not football conditioning. He's on stationary bikes or whatever they do.
Nobody's hitting him while he's
but
doing
nobody's hitting him.
That's right. They should do that. He should be on stationary bikes when he comes to
bang,
it. Bang him.
Let's invent a machine. We'll make some money.
Play action fake. And drop. Had a little protection, but the coverage downfield led to the sack. K.D. Williams.
K.D. Williams
he's a force,
is a force, and he's a guy that's probably going to make this football team. And I'll tell you, he's got an interesting story. He bounced around in the CFL for a couple of years, went to the Cowboys for a cup of coffee, went to the Chiefs for a cup of coffee. He never played in a game, but he has showed up big time in the Raiders camp, and he's an excitable guy that is very demonstrative.
That's the end of the third. 3 in the books, 1 to go. Back in a moment. Gigantino and George Atkinson. We are tied 3-3. as we open the fourth period of play. Raiders defense 97 and 98.
Big time improvement, and especially in total yardage. Last year, they were the 5th ranked defense in the NFL in terms of yardage allowed per game.
Oakland has 5 sacks in the ball game. Second down, 17. Pass is complete towards the near sideline. It was Jason Tucker who caught it, and Reginald Doster with the tackle.
And you know what? The defense is playing that way today, like the 5th ranked defense in the National Football League. Doster does a great job of anticipation, seeing the ball thrown, but then coming up and making the kind of sure tackle. He knocked him down, but he didn't wrap him up.
So that's a kind of sure.
That's a kind of sure.
Kind of sure.
The sure tackle is when you really wrap the guy up and bring him down.
Third down and 9. The ball at the 32-yard line. Standing in against the pressure. Going to Denvis Manns, and Katie Williams was there just waiting in the wings for him.
And KD makes a lot of plays, both not only on special teams, but out there on the field. He's around the ball all the time. That was the kind of plays you're looking for. Makes some mental mistakes, but his enthusiasm, his aggressiveness comes up with a lot of big plays.
Plus, he's fast.
Well,
and
not
he's
to mention.
active. He's active. He's all over the place. I like him. Look at him, just see it, and bang, comes out and makes a tackle in the open field. You know, he's 26 years old. He's a graduate, Henderson State. You know where that is?
Yes, Texas.
Nope.
Arkansas.
Arkansas, okay.
Here's Lindstrom's catch. Kenny Shedd is the return man. Has it at the 23-yard line. His momentum, his progress will take him to the 30-yard line. Although he ended up back at the 25, they'll spot the ball there. Myron Smith of the Cowboys makes the stop. 13:22, time remaining in the ball game. It has been tied since midway in the second quarter and tied 3-3. We've got a timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
Might have been a covered sack, though. I don't think Scott had anywhere to throw the ball that time.
Not initially, but it seems like Newkirk got in there awfully quickly.
5 yards, automatic.
Right in his face, too. Had trouble seeing.
Mike. So we're going 5 yards from right here. Yeah.
5-yard penalty against the Cowboys. We'll take the ball from the line of scrimmage.
First down.
Out to the 36.
I'd say that was a penalty.
That's a fistful of jersey penalty. First down at the 36-yard line.
Well, once again, they're going to get a lot of looks at Tyrone Wheatley, see just what he has left in him after being out, not playing very much in the last year, although he was with the Giants.
You know, he's had an interesting career. You know, the first-round draft choice out of the Giants. We talked about the number of first-round draft choices that the Raiders have right now in the running back position from that 95 draft. I think it's a good get by the personnel department of the Raiders to get him in here and take a look at him.
Second down and 6. A little flare into the left flat to Tyrone Wheatley. He runs with authority, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, and he's got some grace. And John Gruden and Jim Erkenbeck and Bill Callahan, the offensive coaches, I think are smart because what they're doing, they're highlighting him here so they have a real basis on which to evaluate him. Ran the ball before, throw the ball to him this time.
Shows he
good
can
coaching.
catch.
Shows he can catch
the ball.
Sure.
Third down and a couple. Passing formation. Drop. Ooh, and right on the target.
It was.
You know, Marcus Hinton, I don't think, knew the ball was coming to him because he turned around and the ball was right in his numbers.
Right, he wasn't alert for the ball. He should have been ready a little sooner. He knew it was only 3 yards.
right there?
And it drives back to the ball quickly.
Yep.
And he was just trying for the first down. It was a perfect call. Unfortunately, Hinton did not get his head around and look for the ball quick enough.
And look at Dreisbeck. He's pointing to the chest numbers right there. He's saying, hey, I put the ball right there.
Leo Aragus will be kicking to Jeff Ogden. Turns it over. Oh, good kick. And he'll let it go over his head. Hits at the 5-yard line. Rolls through the end zone for the touchback. And we'll be to the 20-yard line, where we have 11 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in this tie ball game.
The effort, but the enthusiasm led by guys like this, K.D. Williams, displayed here this afternoon. We take a look at Willie Shaw, who's just done a remarkable job, in my opinion, with his defense the last 2 years.
Cowboys go to work at their own 20-yard line. Jason Garrett is the quarterback. Has pressure from the backside, rolls away from it, and goes sliding underneath.
Is he the only player in the National Football League from Princeton? I look at that thing and evaluate it and change it.
Mans is wrapped up. Might lose a yard on the play. Bobby Brooks got him. You know, one thing that just comes to my mind, what if they allowed blocking from behind above the waist on kickoff returns? You know, so you got all that out of the way.
I think it's still too hurtful.
Yeah. I think there's a degree of violence that you have to look at and consider. Because if the play's away and you push a guy from behind, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. But if it's there and it's a violent hit, well, then a young man or a player should be penalized.
Loss of a yard, third down and 8. Four wide receivers. Back on the pattern. He caught it at the 29-yard line. That's going to be a yard shy of the first down. Low snap, takes it on the hop, loses his protection, kicks it away. Flag is down, and it goes out of bounds.
But you know what happens, though, Charlie? When he took it on the hop and he started to come forward, his linemen all went downfield before the ball was kicked, and I believe that's the infraction.
Flag at the 29-yard line.
That's, that's why they're taking a long look at him.
Artie?
I think that they've changed what they're trying to do on offense by handing the ball off to the backs, Wheatley and Salam, particularly, to evaluate them and taking it away a little bit from Dreisbach.
And Artie, just as you speak, Dreisbach got the ball to Tyrone Wheatley, and still he came up with a big play and almost broke it for a big gainer.
And there's a flag down, so they're going to bring it back.
Box a little shaken up, it looks like.
Down on kickoffs, no.
Here's Wheatley. Now let's do an evaluation.
But if they're looking for size to get those first down and short yardage goal lines, you don't know who you're going to go with.
Right now, Randy Jordan's the number 2 guy.
Hit and drive.
I think he makes decisions very good both ways. He drops back, finds the open guy, reads correctly.
Here's Wheatley around the right side. Ball comes loose. Dallas has it. Did the ground cause a fumble?
Well, we might get this challenge.
Well, we had an official on the far side staring in, and he did not jump up with a quick decision.
Yeah, right.
Make me the commissioner, Charlie.
Solve it all but the hard. There's the kick. Jeff Ogden has it. Causes the first man to miss. Second man gets it, but there's a flag back at the 15-yard line. Greg Belisari down very quickly for the Oakland Raiders.
Looks like an illegal man downfield prior to the punt.
White captain.
You're right. Still tied 3-3. Blitz up the middle. Garrett slips away. The ball rolled out from under him. They're going to rule it down by contact because everybody went for it. Vince Amy was there for the Oakland Raiders to make the play.
Pressure on the quarterback by Sam Sword.
So mark it at the 36-yard line, a loss of 3, second down and 13.
And Sam Sword's another guy who's making a name for himself in this preseason game, making a lot of plays happen. Last week he was involved in a lot of different things, interceptions, recovery, sacks, and here he goes disrupting the offensive backfield, and Jason Garrett gets known for a loss.
And Willis Shaw is smart because that's a positive part.
Goes to the far side. The pass is complete, and it will be enough for the first down. Mans, by the way, has rushed 8 times for 23 yards, and he adds more to his total now.
Than a take-the-on type of defense.
5.5 minutes left in the ball game. In regulation time, we are tied 3-3, as we have been since midway in the second quarter. Same area. This time was it Deion Mitchell and Perry Carter. They're going to say no. I thought he was able to pull it off one more time.
He'd be given a lot of thought, which I know the Raiders have done.
4 wide receivers from the shotgun. Right on the sideline, the interception at the 23-yard line by Marcus Ray. Bjornsson, the intended receiver. Great sideline interception catch.
Marcus Ray does a great job here.
Sideline. Dreisbach sets, throws right. They're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like it only had 1 foot in before he stepped out.
Kelvin Efon, the intended receiver. Jim, a question here. As you can see, the shadows behind the Oakland Raiders, that means that the quarterback looks to his left or throws to his left, he is looking dead into the setting sun at this hour, which is about 6:25. Therefore, are you going to just throw to the right side because of that?
No, I don't think so. I think you go for your best matchups in this situation, unless it's really a big problem.
But isn't it hard to see in that case?
Sometimes it is. Some of the quarterbacks wear glare underneath their eyes to help cut down the glare.
Does that really work, the black stuff?
Don't know, never used it.
Didn't you?
My skin was dark enough. I didn't have to.
I always. Here comes the blitz. Excellent decision by Dreisbach and a great throw to Mustafa with a blitz coming immediately. He reads and reacts so quickly.
He does.
That's what I really like about him.
Converting on 3rd down and 7. Little play action fake. Steps forward, goes deep, has a man, it's there. 30-yard line. Kenny Shedd. First offensive spark we have seen since the beginning of the second half.
Biggest play of the ball game. Kenny Shedd once again shines in preseason. Dreisbach had some pressure, stepped up, get out of trouble, and made an excellent throw down the field to Kenny Shedd, who beat his man. And once again, here's Dreisbach with a play action fake. He's had a little pressure from number 92, steps up to give himself a little bit more time and hits Kenny Shedd right on the money.
43 yards on the play. Dreisbach now 8 of 12 for 110 yards. Here's Wheatley. And 5. Here is Wheatley, and he is tripped up.
You're going to look for John Gruden, I think, to be very conservative here. He's going to get the ball. He's going to try to pound it up inside and then out in the flat with some kind of play action, and you get the first down. Just like that.
Play action fake, rolls left. Keep. 5-yard line, got the first down. Dreisbach does it. Sam Simmons pulls him down.
He kind of does it all.
Ooh.
Dreisbach got pulled down by the back of his jersey. He looks like he's a little hurt.
You know, you hate to guess on these things, but it looks like his knee because he got kind of crunched underneath. You're going to see him get out on the corner. He's obviously made the decision not to throw the football, but to run it. But you're going to see him go, and you're going to see his right knee get twisted up underneath there. And let's hope it's not as serious as it looks.
Here is Wheatley. They start with him up the middle. He's powerful, isn't he?
And another thing, you don't want to score too quickly and give Dallas the opportunity to come back, although they have no timeouts. If they were right then, it would have been about 1:40 to go. I thought they were out of timeout. That's the last one.
I thought they said they were out of timeout.
They did.
They can make it go faster by attaching you to different types of machines and different apparatus in a hospital.
All right, here we go. Here's Wheatley, and he's not in.
Charlie, don't get us into these medical discussions.
No, I just thought I'd bring
I mean, I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut. They didn't study that stuff back there. Stanford, they did. But
I've been on timeout.
Here is Wheatley diving into the end zone for the touchdown. It comes with 35 seconds left. The
maligned, so to speak, throughout his career. A lot of unhappiness by teams that have had him.
Aragoose holding, and Husted with the extra point.
There's a guy that's going to run down and make a play on a kickoff. Katie Williams.
Washington at the 2-yard line, out to the 10, to 15. Hit and decked right at the 15-yard line by Katie Williams.
Thank you very much. He just had that look about him on that thing, like no one was going to deny him. And take that from an old special teams coach. I was lucky pointing that out. Now, that's a good job by him, running down. The ball gets forced back to him. He bounces up. He makes the tackle. Great job. He avoids a blocker. Bing! Goes and makes it. And that's good stuff.
The receiving team. So that's the reason it took only 6 seconds. Then the change of possession, stopping the clock. Over the middle, pass is complete. Now remember the Cowboys, that was to Marte Jenkins. Cowboys are out of timeout. Greg Belisari with the tackle. Clock is moving. from the shotgun. Drops it off into the flat. Needs to get out of bounds. Raiders try and keep him inbounds. They have 1 second. The clock ran down, but if he was out of bounds, the clock, they still would have a couple of seconds.
The referee rolled his momentum was stopped.
The momentum was stopped. So officially, that is the end of the ball game. The Oakland Raiders breaking the tie